talking, be sobbing, but still talking shit like they violent.
So in my last video, I talked about Luka Doncic and how he was proving many doubters wrong. A lot of people are always skeptical about the non-American prospects, and they're often misinformed. And speaking of, I must admit, I was a perfect example of that last video. Some of the past European prospects that I named in the video did not even play in the EuroLeague, but were just prospects who played basketball in Europe, and that is my bad. But today I want to talk about the exact opposite. While Luka Doncic is an example of a player who is proving his doubters wrong, there are those who are proving them right through their play this season, and in this video I want to talk about some of those players. But before we get into that, I want to shout out the sponsors of this video, SeatGeek. SeatGeek is an app that gets tickets from all over the web, puts them onto one app so you can get the best prices for all the events you want to go to. You want to go to a Raptors Warriors game, they got you. You want to go to Astroworld with Travis Scott or the Meek Mill tour or whatever you want to go to, they have you covered. They score every seat with a score of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, letting you know which ones are the best deal. And also they show you a big color-coded map with the best deals marked with a green dot, the worst ones marked with red, so it's easy for you, the user, to know where the best seats are. And thanks to the people at SeatGeek, you guys can use the code BSOS for $20 off your first purchase. Check the links in the description to learn more about the app. And again, shout out to SeatGeek for sponsoring this video. Trey Young, rookie for the Atlanta Hawks, is one of the most polarizing prospects in recent memory. After dominating college basketball last year and having a play style similar to the best guard in the league in Stephen Curry, expectations for Trey Young were high, and they were heightened even more on draft night when the Hawks traded up to the 3rd pick to draft Trey Young over one Luka Doncic. And so far this season, Trey Young is proving those who thought that the Hawks made a mistake by passing up on Luka right. As so far this season, yes, Trey Young is averaging roughly 16 points and 7 assists, but he's shooting 38% from the field, and what's even more bothersome is the fact that he's shooting 24% from the 3-point line. When the main reason the team drafts you is because of your shooting ability, despite you being a bad defender and a turnover machine, and you're shooting horrible from all over the field, that is definitely concerning. That's like getting Dikembe Mutombo on your team for shot blocking, and Dikembe Mutombo averages half a block a game. But what makes it worse is the success of Luka Doncic on the other side of the conference. And I know we're only 25 to 30 games into the season, but if you're a Hawks fan, you just can't help but wonder if you guys really did make a mistake passing up on Luka Doncic in order to draft Trey Young. Now luckily, Trey Young is just a rookie, and like I said, the season is still young, so it's way too soon to be making judgments that big. But from what we've seen so far and so far only, it's not looking good for Hawks fans. Now, I've been known as a heavy critic of Russell Westbrook, but let's just get things straight. They're all in goodwill. It's just that sometimes people are blind to what they're seeing, and Westbrook is one of those players where his stats kind of overstate the player that he actually is, at least to casual viewers of the game. Also, it's just frustrating to see a player with so much talent not be able to fully unlock it because of his mentality and his instincts. And it's even more annoying when people make excuses for it, because he's been given all the help and the time a player of his caliber can get. One of the biggest criticisms when it comes to Westbrook is how his numbers don't lead to wins. And I'm happy to say that so far this season, they are indeed leading to wins. But a large part as to why the team is having so much success is the low usage rating of Russell Westbrook. Westbrook this season is having the lowest usage rating he's had since the 2016 season, when him and Kevin Durant led the Thunder all the way to Game 7 of the Western Conference Finals versus a 73-9 Warriors team. And his critics have always pointed out that him having such a high usage rating is not good for the team as a whole. And the team's success with his relatively low usage rating compared to what it usually is this season is proving those people right. But another criticism towards him has been his efficiency, or the lack thereof. And here we are, year 11, and we all just have to accept that Russ is a poor shooter that just keeps on shooting. In other words, he's an inefficient shot chucker, to be blunt. Because yes, he's shooting a career high 47% from the field, but he's shooting a horrendous 22% from 3 on 5 3-point attempts a game. And also a horrendous 63% from the free throw line as well. Like, come on, man. At what point do you just go full Ben Simmons or Giannis and just realize that the 3-point game is just not part of your arsenal? Because since 2014, Russell Westbrook has been averaging around 4 to 5 3-pointers a game and is shooting 31% from 3, which is well below league average. But now what's bothering me even more is his free throws, because just 2 years ago when he won MVP, he was shooting 85% from the line on 10 attempts a game. What happened in the last 2 years to the point where his free throw percentage has dipped by over 20%? Now, some people have told me that it's because of the rule changes to free throw routines, but 20%? That seems a lot. That seems way too much. Please let me know in the comment section what y'all think about Westbrook's dip in free throw percentage, because I really actually want to know. Look, I really don't want to sound like a broken record, so I'll just make it quick. A lot of people were telling me last year when I made this video right here that it was Jimmy Butler. It's Jimmy's fault that Wiggins was doing bad. He was holding him back. But here we are, year 5, age 23, about to be 24. Jimmy Butler is now gone. Wiggins should be the clear number 2 option, yet Wiggins is still playing terrible. Now he's shooting 38% from the field. 3-point percentage went up a little bit, 36%. Free throw percentage is still mediocre. Still the same 3 to 4 rebounds a game and 2 assists per game. And if you're gonna hit me with the, but B Souls, his minutes are down, that's why his stats are down. What I'll say to you is this. If your minutes are down and your coach is Tom Thibodeau and you're only 23, about to be 24, and you were the number 1 overall draft pick, that speaks volumes. Volumes. When it comes to the Boston Celtics, I can't really point out one player on the Celtics and blame everything on them, but the way they've been playing so far, they are definitely proving their doubters right. People doubted there being too many players that need the ball in their hands, and that has definitely been a problem so far this season. People doubted Kyrie's leadership abilities and his ability to make his teammates better, and people have all the right to criticize that right now. And just in general, the people who believe the Celtics are overrated, the people that believe that they were being hyped up too much, those people right now are definitely being proven right. But the key word is right now and so far. Because if you're like me, you saw this problem coming. And now it's just a matter of time, at least to me, until they actually get things going. And what I saw from Gordon Hayward last game, and what I've been seeing from the team as a whole the last 3 games, despite it being a relatively weak schedule, is pointing in the right direction. But with that being said, that's going to be it for today's video. Hope y'all enjoyed it. 4 players, technically 3 plus a whole team of players that are proving their doubters right. Because, you know, we spend so much time talking about how this player and that player, how they're proving their doubters wrong. But sometimes, man, let's just face the facts. The doubters are sometimes right. You know, even though I do make videos like this that are, you know, on the negative side of things, I never want to wish anything bad on any of the players, you know what I'm saying, just for my personal gain. I hope everyone does well. I hope they prove me wrong, because most of these takes and most of these, you know, videos are really just out of us wanting more from players that we know can give us more. But with that being said, follow me on Instagram at bsouls. I will be posting a short 1 to 2 minute version of this video on there in the next couple of days. But with that being said, I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I am out. Peace. If you've made it this far, thank you for watching the video. I just want to give you guys a quick preview of the stuff that I post on Instagram. If you guys are interested in the Instagram, again, I'm really pushing hard for this because I feel like some of y'all really don't get the notifications from my videos. So having an Instagram where you can stay up to date with my in a different platform that most if not all of you guys use anyways, I think would really help the growth of this channel. Defensive guards. But when I look into his career even more, what really pushed him to me being the most underrated player of this decade is the fact that he has 0 All-Star appearances and 0 All-NBA selections.